On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Abercrombie's viral denim sale is back, and Spotify listeners get an extra 15% off with code SpotifyAF. Abercrombie is known for their denim. With 30 to 50% off all jeans, find out how denim should feel. Shop the viral denim sale in the Abercrombie app, online, or in stores. Valid in stores and online through August 11th, 2025 in U.S. and Canada. Excludes clearance, price reflects discount. Code valid in U.S. and Canada through August 11th, 2025. Exclusions apply. See details online.
This is Optimal Relationships Daily, Good Parenting, When Your Teen is Obsessed with Clothes, by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com. Mom, I need new jeans. This is so out of style, I can't wear this. I need to go shopping, I have nothing to wear. Does this sound familiar? I only have one daughter, but this seems to be a common refrain. Supposedly, it's not only girls who complain, boys might do it too, just in different ways. Many parents are equal parts baffled and annoyed by this obsession with clothes. As I've mentioned in previous posts, I'm always curious what the intent is behind a child's most difficult and tiresome behavior. A child's behavior is usually not bad, but driven by a need that must be met. What is it about clothing and the latest fashions that have kids pining and whining for more? In Richard Lavoie's book, It's So Much Work to Be Your Friend, Helping the Child with Learning Disabilities Find Social Success, he explains the importance of clothing in society. Quote, "Nonverbal communication involves artifactual systems. This refers to our use of artifacts to communicate with others. These artifacts may include clothing, hairstyles, jewelry, hats, handbags, or makeup. People generally use these forms of nonverbal language in a purposeful and intentional way in order to express their values, attitudes, feelings, and status. Clothing is also used to communicate age, gender, role, socioeconomic status, personality, and group membership." End quote. I guess the famous quote by Mark Twain, "Clothes make the man," is true. However, no one seems to feel it more keenly than teens. Richard Lavoie says that about 50% of shoplifters are teens, and the most common items they steal are clothes, jackets, sneakers, and hats. He goes on to explain that this reflects the adolescent's desperate need to have artifacts that identify and classify him. This obsession that teens have for clothes now makes sense. I knew there was a reason behind this seemingly unreasonable behavior. Teens are trying to find themselves and develop their identity. Clothing reflects a teen's attempt to become their own person, to learn what's unique about themselves in relation to others. Clothes become a prop. They're communicating their struggle to individuate. Yet, there is another piece to this puzzle that may sound contradictory. During the childhood years, parents and siblings provide emotional support for kids. As kids become teenagers, they move away from their parents and look for emotional support from their peers. They tend to find themselves in a clique, and they have a strong need to identify within that clique. As we said before, clothes are used to show membership in a group. So kids wear the clothes of their group. The jocks might all wear the same brand of sneakers. Furthermore, teens will also wear clothes to show rejection of a clique that is not their own. They might wear jeans and t-shirts instead of khakis and button-down shirts because they don't want to be confused with the nerds or the brains. Adding to this, teens also may have an overblown sense of their own importance and think that everyone's looking at them. That's just one more reason why they may spend so much time and effort on their clothing. Finally, kids who have the right clothing within their clique or subgroup feel more confident and are usually more socially successful. I can see this in my own behavior. For one thing, this explains why before weddings, bar mitzvahs, and school dinners, etc., I'll often call my friends to find out what they're wearing, or the host to find out what the dress code is. It's difficult to show up to an event wearing the wrong clothing. When we're dressed appropriately for our environments, we feel more at ease and self-assured. One more point needs to be said. Children and teens who have poor social skills may have a hard time reading the unspoken rules of fashion. They may not understand that clothing does send a message and they can't get it wrong, leading to social isolation and failure. The reasons for kids' obsession with clothes seems complicated, so I'm going to sum it up here. Kids seem to be obsessed with clothes because they are 1. Trying to express their individuality and uniqueness. 2. Trying to identify with their peer group. 3. Rejecting the peer subgroup with which they do not identify. 4. Dealing with overblown sense of self and feeling like everyone's looking at them. And 5. More confident when they are wearing the right clothing for the right occasion. Now that we've laid it all out here, I'm going to try to figure out how we can approach the whole clothing issue in a more effective, compassionate way. Knowing this information helps me respect my kids' need for clothes. But do I have to buy them everything just so they'll fit in? You just listened to the post titled, Good Parenting, When Your Teen is Obsessed with Clothes, by Adina Soclof of ParentingSimply.com.
Are you ready to dairy-free your mind? This summer, melt away your dairy-free expectations with So Delicious dairy-free frozen desserts. Enjoy mind-blowing flavors like salted caramel cluster, chocolate cookies and cream, cookie dough, and more. For over 35 years, So Delicious has been cranking up the flavor with show-stopping products that are 100% dairy-free, certified vegan by Vegan Action, and are so unbelievably creamy, your taste buds will do a double take. Dairy-free your mind. Visit SoDeliciousDairyFree.com.
Eczema isn't always obvious, but it's real. And so is the relief from Ebglyss. After an initial dosing phase, about 4 in 10 people taking Ebglyss achieved itch relief and clear or almost clear skin at 16 weeks. And most of those people maintain skin that's still more clear at 1 year with monthly dosing.
Ebglyss, lebrikizumab LBKZ, a 250 milligram per 2 milliliter injection, is a prescription medicine used to treat adults and children 12 years of age and older who weigh at least 88 pounds or 40 kilograms with moderate to severe eczema, also called atopic dermatitis, that is not well controlled with prescription therapies used on the skin or topicals, or who cannot use topical therapies. Ebglyss can be used with or without topical corticosteroids. Don't use if you're allergic to Ebglyss. Allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Eye problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have new or worsening eye problems. You should not receive a live vaccine when treated with Ebglyss. Before starting Ebglyss, tell your doctor if you have a parasitic infection.
Searching for real relief? Ask your doctor about Ebglyss and visit ebglyss.lilly.com or call 1-800-LILY-RX or 1-800-545-5979.
And thanks so much to Adina for providing another great post. I really appreciated the insight in this one, and also the way that it ended in a question, a little bit unfinished. That definitely gives all readers and listeners an opportunity to reflect on how they answered the question of this teen clothing conundrum. And it's hard to say if there is one concrete answer. I suppose for me, it goes back to intentionality. You know, when buying clothes for a teen to fit in, maybe it's not done thoughtlessly or just reactively because they've been asking so much. So before a purchase, I might recommend talking with them a bit about the ideas discussed today and giving them an opportunity to explore their own values separate from their friends, how important clothing really is, and things like that. This way, the stage is set for them to at least make an attempt at mindful spending or clothes wearing. Now, will that necessarily be enough to overhaul that really strong desire to fit in? Frankly, I doubt it. But to a degree, that feels okay to me, as it's just such a natural desire for any teenager. But getting them into a habit of at least questioning their choices is something that can be done from a young age and will then likely follow them into adulthood. Okay, that's going to bring us to the end of another ORD, everyone. Thanks a lot for coming, as always. Enjoy your Friday, and I hope to see you back here with me tomorrow and Sunday, where your optimal life awaits.